Roland Willits, Old Men Stories, and the sun rises as Roland gets ready to golf.
My story today is about a golf course. And the name of the golf course is the Hiawatha Golf Course. Hiawatha Golf Course is located in South Minneapolis, and it's between my house and Lake Nokomis. Lake Nokomis is a swimming lake that I went to all through my younger years. And as you drove down Longfellow Avenue, which is the avenue that my house was on, you walked by it, and you rode a bike by it, you rode a bike by Hiawatha Golf Course. No. It was always cool because there was always something happening, and when you were young, you'd watch and you'd say, man, this golf thing looks good. And then you look at the tee fees and you say, oh no! Because every place else you had public stuff, you could do it. When you were young, you could go play it. You could go play on the tennis courts. All you needed was to get an old tennis racket and a tennis ball, but to play golf, you had to play money. Unless you found an old club and an old ball, and you went down to Hiawatha Golf Course and you waited for one of the fairways to have no one playing on it, and you'd take your golf club out with your little ball and you would hit it the length of that tee. And that was fun. We always did that. We would when we did it, we'd carry a golf club along and we'd do it. And then we would, because they were they were in such bad shape, we would go hide them in a spot so we knew where to get them every time when we came by, because they were really hard carrying on the bikes. But that's what we did when we were young. And then, we were about 12, 13. This was before golf carts. So we could go up and we could get in the line to be caddies. So, remember the movie Caddyshack, Jeff?
Of course.
Well, we sort of played around. We'd play with the guys and mess around and have fun until we got up and we would carry a golfer's bag, and we would get paid $1 or something for 9 holes and $2 for 18. But we would carry their bags and we'd come up next to them. And after a while we got used to knowing which clubs they would want, and some golfers would know they wanted you as a caddy, so when they came down the golf, if you were there, they'd say, send Roland out, or send John out, or send Fred out, because they got to be buddies. So it worked out great, and then all of a sudden they came up with this thing called a cart. Well, the cart eliminated all the cheap guys, and the ones that really liked the caddies walking along with them, they'd have the cart and they'd have you pull the cart for them. So those are really nice, but it eliminated about 3/4 of the caddies. Or if you went there, you waited a lot longer to get out on the course to go. And then after a while, they got the killer golf carts, and everything was over for us poor caddies. On the expensive golf course like Pebble Beach and all those, I mean, they still had them because they had super rich people. But Hiawatha Golf Course was just a local Minneapolis golf club. However, some of the nice things about it is it had Hiawatha Creek running through it, and Hiawatha Lake on one edge of it. So if you wanted, you could get in rubber rafts and or the tires, you know, filled up inner tubes, and you'd float through the golf course. Well, of course, the golfers would look at you and get upset because they'd have to wait for you to go by before they hit the ball. But it was fun. And as you went by, as you went down the creek, if you spotted a ball underneath the water, you'd dive down and pick it up. And then when you got to the end, you'd go up and sell it to some of the golfers that were walking by, which was really a lot of fun. This was an entertainment center, Hiawatha Golf Course. Well, when I got older, and I could golf, but I couldn't afford clubs. I'd get some buddies that had clubs, and I'd go along with them, and I got to share their clubs. And we had a high school golf team. I don't know if they have golf. Do they have golf teams in high schools now?
My high school actually had a golf club, or golf club.
Yeah, club, yeah. And we had, you know, they had a super champion that won the state out of the high school. And when I was there, man, I went out there and I'd watch them golf, and I said I could be that good, you know. I never practiced that much, and it was just fun for me. And every once in a while I hit a good hole, and then I'd have all these illusions of super golf hero. But it sort of faded as I went on. And then all of a sudden something new came on the horizon. Scuba tanks. Now what do scuba tanks have to do with Hiawatha Golf Course? Well, remember I said Hiawatha Golf Course joined Hiawatha Lake. And it's right along the edge of the golf course, and it goes straight down almost. So what happened in Hiawatha Lake? It's full of golf balls. So I went down and I rented scuba tanks. Now, scuba tanks, at that time, you didn't need to have it certified. All you had to do was tell them you were qualified. So that's how I learned to do scuba, was going down at Hiawatha Golf Course and diving down and getting balls and filling up these big buckets, and then we would go back and I would make enough to pay for the scuba tank plus entertainment money. So, Hiawatha Golf Course was someplace that really filled up a part of my life. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you.
The day continues, and Roland is still in the rough. Just one more day.